But first, we have breaking news. The New York Times is reporting the federal government is sending a team of agents to Seattle, similar to the federal deployment in Portland. That from the New York Times. This after another night of protests and vandalism in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood. The Times reports the officers will be staged in the city ahead of protests this weekend. The mayor and governor, however, today denied this. Here's what the governor said about 2 hours ago.
I had my staff called directly to the Department of Homeland Security and were advised as recently as about 15 minutes ago that there are not security forces deployed to the Seattle region. The Homeland Security told my staff that this morning, and 15 minutes ago confirmed that.
The governor says he also talked with Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan. She told him she was assured by the Department of Homeland Security that they would tell her before sending any officers to the city. Our Natalie Swaby has more on what's going on in the Capitol Hill neighborhood coming up a little bit later.